go to the Devil Arms, and I want to equip, instead of Cerberus, Agni and Rudra. It's nothing against Cerberus, but unfortunately, like, my playstyle is always kind of a dual-wieldy kind of thing. So
Yeah.
this will work. Okay, so while we're making our way through here, here's the next question.
Okay.
Pokemon Sun and Moon. We just barely got details for that. We got a release date. It's coming out this year. We got the starters. We got the area. We got all that stuff. Not a part of E3.
Wait, what?
Again, the E3 presentation will be Zelda-centric. So they're literally cutting out all of the other stuff, like the Shin Megami Tensei Cross Fire Emblem. They're not advertising there.
What?
They're doing nothing but advertising Zelda. Do you see what I mean now? This is a bad idea.
I mean, and like, I'm not entirely disappointed because, again, I love Zelda, but what?
Yeah. So Pokemon will not be a focus, although me and Aldo have actually come out on this and said they're going to change their mind because Nintendo does this occasionally. But there's no reason for them to not advertise the 7th generation of Pokemon coming out.
Especially after the announcement we just had last week.
Well, yeah, especially with the announcement that we just barely found out. So the rumor that, and we're going to talk about this this weekend, we just barely heard the rumor happen of... So we've been talking for a while, the rumor of... sorry, guys, I'm bouncing back and forth. We've been talking about the rumor that the NX was supposed to be the successor to the Wii U and to the 3DS.
Oh, yeah, and
Mishima-san has now come out and said, no, that's not true.
I did just barely read this, and I was like, wait, what?
So all of that advertising and some of the speculation that we have is no longer accurate. So first of all, I'm actually happy they did that, because that's a big shoe to fill. And frankly, with how in deep, so to speak, Nintendo is right now, they can't afford to do something as innovative as that.
That's true. I would agree to that.
So at that point, I'm glad that pressure is now officially off the NX, because that was not a good idea from the get-go. Okay. Apparently I can't go further. I picked the wrong door.
Wah wah.
I went into the Trial of Wisdom and didn't display wisdom.
How do you even know which one to go through?
I mean, if I had a guide, I'd know, but right now it's just experimentation.
Okay.
Thankfully, though, I have Agni and Rudra, so big move by especially quick.
Those
So,
cuties.
That's kind of the next question that people want to get your opinion on. Is it a good idea for them to not focus on anything other than Zelda? Because again, the Zelda thing is going to be a huge apology. Because they have to justify why Zelda is an outlier. And so at that point, I actually think one of the things they could have done, granted this would be way more PR than people would want, but to deflect off the fact Zelda isn't out would be to talk about other games.
That's what they did last year,
Yeah.
so I don't know why it can't be any different this year.
Well, and here's the thing too, one of the complaints people had was, they did that. It actually makes a lot of sense for them to do it, but they were like, oh, they're just trying to deflect off the Star Fox. That's not the case. They needed to advertise their stuff because E3, at the end of the day, is a walking advertisement of what is coming out for the holiday season. It's what for us we need to be excited for.
And I thought they did a great job of that at E3 last year.
Yeah.
Because, I was disappointed about Zelda, but then there was Yoshi's Woolly World and an Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival.
And as an added little bonus, just to get the hype going, you had the Star Fox announcement.
Yeah.
And I know that a lot of people don't like that whole emphasis, but they had to go that route. Star Fox wasn't ready at that point. So at that time, they emphasized Woolly World and all of the other games that were coming out, including Xenoblade Chronicles X, which, for as much as I had problems with that game, it's a third-party game on a Nintendo console. I'm not hateful.
Clearly not. I'm gonna go back to what I said previously. Nintendo is really, really, really disappointing me.
Yeah.
And
they have a lot to make up for it. They've been making a lot of really bad decisions.
I feel like I have nothing to look forward to. I mean, I'm sure some people in the comments are gonna be like, oh, you don't want to play Pokemon Sun and Moon? And it's like, well, right now, no, not really. Because, I feel Pokemon'd out. like I saw the reveal trailer for the starters. I was like, I'm not feeling it. And I mean, and like I like the region idea, and I feel like the X and Y engine is a lot more polished based on what we've only seen so far of gameplay now.
Sure.
But I'm not feeling it. I got to I didn't even want to play Gen 4 when that was coming out, and I played Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, and I loved it. Platinum is probably comes second to Sapphire version for me.
Yeah.
And then Black and White came out when I was on my mission. I got home and I tried playing it, and I was just like, nope, I don't really like this too much. I didn't like Gen 5 at all. I'm gonna
veer off for just a second because we just got the Essence of Intelligence. Oh my gosh, the comments that we're gonna get now.
Oh yeah, because
well, now he's smart, so now he can make his way through the Trial of Wisdom.
No.
Okay, so yeah, you're talking about Sun and Moon.
Yeah, so I mean, like, and I tried playing all the way through X, and I never finished it. I lost interest. So I mean, I like the Pokemon Sun Legend. I think he looks or she looks pretty cool.
So are you talking about the bat or the lion?
The lion.
Okay.
I think the lion looks pretty cool, but I mean, right now I'm not really feeling it. So I just feel like I have nothing to look forward to this holiday season in terms of Nintendo product. And with that being said, I already plan on playing Final Fantasy 15 on my spare time on top of school. I know, like on top of starting up school again, because I will be in school for a month. My sister's due. Oh, yeah, my sister's pregnant, so I'm becoming an uncle in December. And then Final Fantasy 15, which I can only imagine is going to be a massive RPG. And then like my Let's Playing. So I'm just like, I'll have stuff to tie me over, but...
Yeah.
Like, right now, the only thing I'm looking forward for is Zelda, and I don't even get that until March 2017.
Nope.
And so I'm just really, really disappointed. I feel
not even a Mario game to tie you over.
Nothing. Because like I'm not interested in the Shigami Tensei.
Shin Megami Tensei. Yeah.
I'm not completely interested in that game. I mean, like there's Paper Mario, but I've lost interest in that too. Mm-hmm. So I'm just like.
I have plenty of stuff to look forward to, like, for the 3DS. Wii U, not so much. I mean, I have frickin' Ace Attorney coming out in September. And
oh, yeah, that's exciting.
So, at that point, I have that to look forward to. I have Metroid Prime Federation Force, which I'm not exactly looking forward to, but I'm going to try out to see if they fix a lot of the issues right now with the Metroid series. And I'm happy that we're getting a Metroid game, because I don't want that to be... For as much as I like to quote Other M is awesome, and I still will, eat it, people. I like Other M.
But yeah, that's what I would have to say in regards to Nintendo at E3.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll watch the presentation because Zelda, but other than that, I feel like I'm going to be let down regardless.
I will admit, I'm looking forward more to the Sony conference than to Nintendo.
Which they actually announced which day at E3 they're going to be having their conference. So I was super stoked about that.
And yet they haven't announced, like, you know, what's going to be there, because a lot of people are asking, okay, is Shenmue 3 going to be there? Is Last Guardian going to be there? And we don't know yet. So.
I hope they show more on Last Guardian. That looks really pretty.
I would agree. I'm starting to like it, and here's the thing. I'm going to blow everybody's mind. I have not played the other games. I have not played Eco. I have not played Shadow. Some people have actually suggested that with Dragon Shadow is that we play Shadow of the Colossus, and because neither of us have played it. So I'm at least excited with what they bring. I'm excited for Shenmue 3, but I'm also very worried about it because I'm still sticking to the argument that I've had for a while now. I want more details on whether or not you're going to re-release 1 and 2, because you are literally missing out on plot details here, people.
There's one big indie game that I'm super excited for. It's called Night in the Woods, and it comes out on the PlayStation 4 this fall. And it's going to be one of those super rare occasions when I will have 2 Let's Plays going at the same time, because you can bet your ass I'm going to Let's Play that game at launch.
I don't know Night in the Woods, but I will look it up. I'll tell you one I'm excited for, and that's Songs of the Deep, which is coming out in June.
Okay.
It's from Insomniac, and I just barely got done with my Ratchet & Clank review. And I wasn't an Insomniac fan at all up until that point. I never played any of their games. I played Spyro like a year ago and wasn't a big fan. But now I can honestly say I'm an Insomniac fan, and I'm looking forward to what they have for Songs of the Deep.
I've been an Insomniac fan for years. I played Spyro like it was nobody's business.
Did you play the Ratchet & Clank series at all? Or?
When the PS2 came out, that's when I veered off from Sony and went to Nintendo. So I had a friend who played Ratchet & Clank, and I would go over and watch him and play it a little bit. Yeah. So that's how I got my exposure to like Ratchet & Clank and fell in love with the series that way. But I'm playing the reboot now, and this is the first time I've been able to actually play Ratchet & Clank for the first time, and I'm loving it so much.
Are you playing the PS4 version? Or
yeah,
are you playing the
PS4.
Because I've actually been playing I played the PS4 one, but I also have, like, if you look right there, I have the PS3 collection of the PS2 games.
Oh, fun.
And I've been making my way through that, too, and it's been really awesome for me. Oh, no!
Big beams! So beamy,
Could you dare say that was a BMOS? Zelda joke.
Oh, I see what you did there.
I see what you did there. Ah, so I must wield gales and flames, and therefore I'll get a bonus item.
Oh, I see.
So, at that point, we're going to veer off Nintendo a little bit, because I kind of agree with you on this one, but we also had another thing that people wanted your opinion on.
Okay.
And that was we talked about this along with the NX 2 weeks ago. That was the GLAD coming out, so I don't know why they specifically targeted you for this one, Brinton. I really don't know.
Okay, I'm scared.
The Gay and Lesbian Alliance Against Defamation, if I'm getting that wrong, giving a report card to Disney over their lack of gay characters. People, you guys can't see it because I don't have a camera, but he's already grinning. And that is, so they made some demands. First of all, I just like to clarify this question to you, because I did it with the rest of the panel. We can give out report cards? How on earth did we not give a report card to Zack Snyder, man? How did we not do that? We totally missed an opportunity. We totally could have been giving a report card to Zack Snyder over Batman versus Superman.
Well, I mean, we still can. I don't see why we can't.
Yeah, exactly. So at that point, we have that, but then also they made some demands. Actually, you know what? Let's get this interaction in here, because this is going to pretty much define the two characters.
Okay.
Well.
There's no way a woman of her stature can carry what's on her back.
No.
You've grown stronger.
Because, I mean, I'm about her size, and there's no way I could carry that on my back.
Can I just say that she has a serious case of Cloud Strife syndrome?
I love Cloud, though.
See, you know Cloud, and so you can get the joke now.
I know. I do. I'm so... Everything just seemed to work out so perfectly for this Let's Play.
So here's the secret, people.
You break my
I give
heart.
crap to Cloud.
After all,
I still like him as a character.
it was I who gave you your name.
Oh, and what is your name?
Darling daughter.
Oh, that's sexy. Ooh, that's sexier. Wow, that's a loving father.
That is a father-daughter relationship right there. Because I don't know how many times I've gotten asked, like, when are you going to throw your daughter off of a tower? I'm sure it'll happen at like 6 years old, people, okay? Just get off my back on the matter. It's gonna happen.
She has to grow up first, folks. That's how growing up works.
Growing up, it's something you can't measure. It happens every day, except when you're falling off of a tower. It's gonna do a quick save here. So yeah, they came out with some demands. Demand number one, they demanded that a gay character be or one of the characters of episode 8 be made gay. Just boom, like that. Because that's how it happens, right, Brinton? Boom. That's how it happens, right?
Yeah. You keep making me straight and gay every time. Yeah. I can't figure out what I'm into anymore.
I know, right?
That's exactly
You're
what's
officially
happening.
Sasuke Uchiha. You're androgynous. That's what officially what I've done here at this point.
Well, he had a daughter, so I mean, he managed to get it up somehow.
Sasuke have a daughter?
Yeah, he had a daughter with Sakura.
Oh man, they got together. I feel depressed now.
Oh yeah, have you not?
I've not watched the sequel series or read the manga for it.
Oh well, I just pretty much spoiled the ending for you then.
Okay.
Like pretty much like those who you think get together and get married and have kids.
I'm not surprised by it though. So here's our interaction with Dante and her. Oh, shoot him in the head. That's a great interaction, right?
Yep. I'm just gonna shoot you in the head and keep falling. Oh, and do this because this is
totally plausible.
Oh yeah, this is extremely plausible.
Oh, he's back up.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I'm not dead, bitch.
Second time's a charm, right?
Because it worked so well the first time.
Whatever. Do as you please.
I'm just
Yeah,
gonna,
whatever. Fuck off.
I'm just gonna leave you there because that's what you want.
He's a demon too.
Really, you just figured that out now.
Rotten luck with women.
Just wait, Dante. We've got more games to go through. You have way worse luck with women than you realize.
A chance meeting. How? Whoa.
The Duel of the Demon Children. So at this point, future Adam, I would like you to cue the Duel of the Fates.
Perfect.
Exactly. So at that point, the second demand, and this is the one that's going to get you going, I think, is since they knew that a Frozen 2 was in the works.
Oh, that's legit.
Yeah, it's being written right now. It's not official yet, but they have like requested a script.
Oh Lord. Okay, continue.
So at that point, I'm gonna drop down here really quick because I can actually get a bunch of items this way.
Okay.
So they knew that the script was happening, and therefore their second demand was that Elsa, you know, the famous character out of Frozen, be made gay. Again, because you could snap your fingers and totally make that happen, right?
Yep.
I mean,
Just did.
there you go. Man, what life is. I hate to go into the accents here, but life is awfully convenient for you, Brinton.
I know.
So at that point, your thoughts on this whole report card situation? I mean, I will admit, when I first read it, I kind of laughed on the matter because I'm just like, wow, I didn't realize that we could give report cards, and I totally haven't been using this tool in my arsenal. I feel bad now.
Yeah, I remember reading this too. I had a good, long, hearty laugh.
Yes.
Hearty as chili. I mean, if laughs can be compared to food, then I'm comparing it to chili. So I'll let you all figure out what that looks like in your heads. But I will.
Please leave your comments below.
Yes, comment question of the day. How would you describe your laugh, and describe it in concrete detail so that I can revel in tomfoolery
Exactly.
in my alone time. Whatever. Oh my gosh, I
awesome.
just made that super sexual in my head, but
It's the way this thing is going.
tomfoolery in my alone time. Yep, that was said. Anyway,
That's
so
the best. No, I'm not even continuing this because I can make it so much worse.
yeah, I don't want to admit to things, so I'm just gonna leave it there. But report card, I don't know what to say about that. I got a more of a kick off of like Nintendo doing like gay characters and stuff in like Nintendo. Brinton, we're off Nintendo. Disney doing like incorporating LGBT characters. In my honest opinion, I would say like for like Star Wars and Marvel,
Hi, boobs.
they're a little flat for my
Yeah, a little bit.
disliking.
Well, it is kind of a gothic horror kind of thing. So anyway.
If you want to see statue boobs, go to Italy, and you'll get plenty of them.
Oh yeah. Oh holy crap. Man.
Even statue penis.
It's one of those things that makes me laugh because wow, we are totally diverting into something.
Oh, yes, we are, and I'm gonna divert
Have you ever
for
seen the Simpsons episode where Marge is like trying to censor Itchy and Scratchy?
no.
And then so she did that. She actually won the crusade on it.
Oh my
So
gosh.
they actually made Itchy and Scratchy a violent cartoon, which is an open reference to Tom and Jerry. Less violent, and it was just dumb. But then the local museum was going to get a statue of David, or get the statue of David for a couple of days. And all of the same crew that Marge had gotten together to protest Itchy and Scratchy wanted to get together again to protest this. And Marge actually came out and said, oh, there's nothing wrong with statue of David. I have no problem that the thing has a penis on it.
I've actually seen that statue. I had the opportunity to go to the Academy in Florence. And that dude's penis is tiny. It's like micro penis status. And you just have to like stand there. And you stand there and admire it, and you're like, dude, you're like really ripped and have like really nice arms and stuff. But what the hell happened down south?
Dude, you seriously need a serious case of cloud strife syndrome. You need to be wielding a big sword to cover up that aspect.
No, but instead he's just holding his sling because he's based off of David in the Bible. You know, David and Goliath. Actually, it was funny. I was like, I was admiring the statue for its artistic presence, and there's like this American tourist talking to her boyfriend, and she was like, why does he have a sash? And I looked over at my mission comp, and we gave each other this look, and we were like, wow, somebody clearly doesn't realize that this is David from the Bible.
No, of course not. Because it's art. It's not supposed to be referencing something like that. Oh, I forgot he could do that.
Whee! Oh my gosh, I love his reaction.
Oh, this is, get used to this concept, because this is adrenaline junkie Dante. This is, like, later games will actually have him older, so he'll behave himself a little better. Not this one. Okay,
So,
yeah, I'm missing something.
but going back to the LGBT characters in Disney movies, I feel like it would work better for Marvel and Star Wars, as I feel like, Disney owns those properties, but they take a step back and it's like, okay, you guys, we own you, we essentially pay you, but you're your own studios, so do what you want. That's how I kind of see it. Whereas with Frozen, since it's a property of their own,
Yeah.
I just see a lot of parents being anti-Frozen 2,
Coming out and protesting.
like, anti-lesbian Elsa. Personally, for me, right on, do it. I will totally eat that shit up, and I'm completely okay with it. But in terms of just like these little girls who have been singing Let It Go ever since Frozen came out, and I know this is weird, and it's weird that I'm even thinking this, but I just don't want it to be kind of like a bad influence for these little girls. I know that just sounds weird, but I just don't want an already very negative stigma on the LGBT community to come across in a Disney movie, especially a movie where children are going to be a part of it.
Well, and here's the other problem that me and Romney had with it. And I actually, to the people who actually listened to that episode, I was kind of surprised, because me and Romney literally thought we were walking into a proverbial lion's den when we made our statements, because we weren't for it, and not for the reasons that a lot of people thought. So at that point, we thought we were literally, basically putting the gun to our head.
Yeah.
And we actually got a really good kind of reception for it. We actually even had a guy who's pro GLAAD that came out and wrote a message to me and was just like, I hadn't thought about it from your perspective, and I'm kind of glad you brought it up.
So what is your perspective?
Well, our perspective was basically along the lines of, it should be up to the writer to be able to do that. I'm not saying that there shouldn't be gay characters. I'm far from it. I don't care at this point, because frankly, as long as the character development is good, you can make them gay, you can make them straight. I'm sure that at some point there will be some tranny that I will love in a series.
Yeah.
As long as the writer has control. And at that point, that's the thing that actually got on my case a little bit with GLAAD. Is GLAAD was just immediately demanding that characters just like that go that way. And I don't think you should ever do that. And one of the things that I bring up as an example is Dumbledore. Nothing against J.K. Rowling. You can write your characters however you want. But by that point, the books were out. Because, I think all the books were out. And when she had her little snafu with the 6th movie, how they wanted to do, a relationship story, and she came out and said, oh, no, Dumbledore's gay. At that point, I know a lot of people, lashed out and went, oh, no, because he has, this pedophilic relationship with Harry. But at that point, I was one of those guys that kind of sat there and went, how is this relevant to Dumbledore's character? I mean, great, good on you, you're that, but how does this actually play into the character development? It doesn't. And so at that point, if you're going to do it, you might as well do it that way.
There's a lot of people though who after that interview, and I actually had the opportunity to listen to that interview, where she was kind of like breaking down family trees and showing like, you know, how they all branch off. Like it really, like it wasn't like this big huge reveal like, oh, Dumbledore's gay, praise the Lord. It was
by
very.
The way, I wrote this character this way.
Yeah, it was very simple. It was just like, oh no, Dumbledore's gay, move on.
Yeah, exactly.
And they didn't even address it after that. It was like, this is that, move on, we're done.
And that was perfectly fine.